set the table for two people every night. I leave the porch lamp burning with a welcoming light. I hear a car door slamming and I run to the glass, expecting to see you walking across the grass. I tell my friends you're visiting your mother out of town. I can't admit the kingdom is finally burned down. I keep your shampoo bottles standing in the shower stall, refusing to believe the writing on the wall. It's all a big mistake, a bad dream in my head. You'll be back by morning, sleeping in this bed. But the morning comes and the bed is empty and cold, and I realize the lies that I have bought and sold. I pick up the picture frame sitting on the shelf and throw it at the mirror, screaming at myself. I hate the way you left without a single reason why. I hate the way you didn't even say a last goodbye. I punch a hole inside the plaster of the hallway door, letting out the demon and the lions roar. Damn you for the heartache, damn you for the pain, damn you for leaving me standing in the rain. I'm walking through the stages of the fall, bouncing off the bottom and bouncing off the wall. From the whisper of denial to the screaming of the rage, turning over every single heavy, painful page. It's a long way down to the bottom of the well, living through the levels of a lonely living hell. I fall down on my knees beside the broken debris, praying to a God that I could never see. I make a solemn promise to the ceiling up above. I'll change my wicked ways if you return my love. I'll sell the vintage Chevy, I'll quit the cigarettes, I'll pay off all the emotional and monetary debts. Just turn back the clock to the way it was before. Just let her shadow darken up the entrance door. I'll do anything, I'll pay any price, just to roll again the losing paradise. But the ceiling doesn't answer, and the sky is silent gray, and I haven't seen the sunlight for a week and a day. The whiskey bottle is my only faithful friend, helping me to navigate the twist and the bend. I draw the heavy curtains to block the happy street. I haven't got the strength to stand up on my feet. The phone is ringing off the hook, I let it ring and ring. I don't have a song that I want to sing. I'm drowning in the ocean of a deep and black despair, gasping for a breath of the suffocating air. I'm walking through the stages of a fall, bouncing off the bottom breeze coming, washing off the smell of the sorrow and the gin. I remember the day we bought the acre on the hill. We were young and hungry, we couldn't sit still. We cleared away the brush and we laid the cornerstone, promising to build a castle of our very own. I hammered every nail with a passion in my hand, while you planted roses in the circle of the land. We slept on the floorboards before the glass was in, covered in the sawdust and the sweat upon our skin. We drew up the blueprints with a pencil and a dream, thinking we were invincible, the perfect winning team. In a shade of powder blue, the house was full of laughter and the love between us grew. Christmas in the living room, a fire in the grate, running through the sprinklers near the garden gate. The mortgage was heavy, but our shoulders were strong. We filled up every silence with the radio song. Friends came over for the barbecue and beer, celebrating the passage of another happy year. The walls absorbed the joy and the secrets that we told, protecting us from the outside and the winter cold. But the job got demanding and the hours got long. I miss the dinner parties and I miss the sing-along. You were waiting by the window while I was at the desk, chasing down the dollar in a manner grotesque. The conversation shortened to a hello and goodbye, sleeping back to back without a look in the eye. The paint began to peel and the roof began to leak, just like the connection that was getting frail and weak. We were strangers living under the same wooden beams, haunted by the shadows of our separated schemes. This is the house that love built, standing in the rain, a monument of memories, a monument of pain. The windows are broken, looking like dead eyes, staring at the tragedy of the long goodbyes. We built it up towards the sun, we built it up so high, but we forgot the foundation, and we let the spirit die. Then came the night of the thunder and the shout, letting all the demons and the accusations out. You threw the vase of roses against the hallway door, shattering the illusion on the hardwood floor. I packed a suitcase with my anger and my pride, leaving you crying on the other side. I slammed the front door with a violence and a force, setting us upon the final and collision course. The echo of that slam is still ringing in my ear, marking the day the summer turned into a year. Now I'm standing here with a for sale sign on the grass, watching the potential buyers slow down as they pass. The weeds have taken over the garden that you made, and the color of the siding has begun to fade. The rooms are empty now, echoing my feet. The coldest house standing on the lonely street. I leave the keys on the counter where we used to kiss, wondering how a love so strong could come to this. I take one last look at the ruins of the scheme, walking away from the blueprints of a broken dream. This is the house that love built, standing in the rain. A monument of memories, a monument of pain. The windows are broken, looking like dead eyes, staring at the tragedy of the long goodbyes. We built it up towards the sun, we built it up so high, but we forgot the foundation, and we let the spirit die.
With a pocket full of dreams and a desperate master plan, you stood there in the driveway with tears upon your cheek. I kissed you on the forehead and I couldn't hardly speak. I said, baby, wait for me, I'm gonna make us rich, I'm gonna climb the mountain and get out of this ditch. I'll buy you diamond rings and a mansion on the coast. I'll be the famous maid that you will love the most. You whispered, I don't need the gold, I only need your heart. But I was blind with hunger and I told us both the day. The road was hard and dirty, playing bars for empty chairs, sleeping in the parking lots and living on a prayer. I called you every Sunday from a payphone in the rain, pouring out my misery and pouring out the pain. You told me to keep going, you told me to be strong. You were the only melody inside my broken song. I sent you postcards from the towns I didn't even see, chasing down the phantom of who I wanted to be. I didn't know that every mile I drove away from you was a mile away from happiness and everything meaningful and true. And the rest goes down and the crowd goes home, and I'm sitting in the testing room, feeling to the bone. of city lights, but I'm shivering with cold in the middle of the night. The gold records on the wall are looking down at me, reminding me of the prisoner that I pretended to be free. My friends are on the payroll, my lovers are on the lease. I haven't known a single second of a quiet peace. I look at the mirror and I hate the man I see, a painted clown hiding in the mask and luxury. I realize that the diamonds and the mansion on the coast are nothing but a graveyard for the things I miss the most. So I drove back to your hometown in my shiny foreign car, thinking I could heal the wound and cover up the scar. I pulled up to the house where we used to say goodbye, but I saw a scene that made the feeling inside me die. You were sitting on the porch with a baby on your knee, and a man who looked like the simple guy I used to be. You look so happy, you look so complete, without the diamond rings or the world that's to be. I watched you from the shadows, then I turned the engine on, realizing that the woman and the love was truly gone. And the light goes down and the child goes home, and I'm sitting in the dressing room, feeling to the bone. The applause is just an echo, the money is just paper. Now the lights go down and the crowd goes home, and I'm sitting in the dressing room, feeling to the bone. The applause is just an echo, the money is just paper.
We were living on gasoline and a pocket full of dreams. Two rebels tearing at the ragged denim seams. You wanted a diamond, I wanted to be a king. So I bought a cheap pistol and I did a foolish thing.
I walked into the liquor store on the edge of the town, with my heart beating faster and the sweat pouring down. I took the cash from the register and ran to the car, thinking we could drive away and follow the Northern Star. We were young and invincible, running from the light, speeding down the highway in the middle of the night. But the flashing blue lights appeared in the rear, and the sound of the sirens was the only thing to hear.
We hit a dead end in the alley Standing by the tracks with the walls closing in and the monkeys on our backs. I looked at your face and I made up my mind. I told you to run and to leave me behind. I threw down the gun and I put up my hands, surrendering my freedom to the law of the lands. They slammed me on the hood in the pouring rain while you vanished in the shadows like a ghost in the grains. In the grain. The judge was an old man with eyes made of stone. He sat on the bench like a king on a throne. He looked at the evidence, he looked at the crime. He said, son, you're gonna do some serious time. 15 years in the state penitentiary for the price of a bottle and a moment of free. You sat in the gallery wiping your eyes, swearing you'd wait for the sun to arise. You blew me a kiss as they dragged me away, promising to be there on my liberation day. Now I'm counting the cracks on the concrete wall, waiting for the hammer of the justice to fall. 15 winters cold and long, singing the chorus of the prisoner's song. Time is a thief that steals your soul, leaving you empty in a deep dark hole. I'm holding on to a memory of you to survive the gray and the prison blue. The first year the letters came every single week, perfumed and sealed with a kiss on the cheek. But the second year faded, the ink started to dry, and the letters got shorter with a heavy goodbye. By year number 5, the mailman walked past, ignoring the bars where my shadow was cast. I sat on the bunk bed, staring at the moon, wondering if you were dancing to a different tune. The silence was louder than the riot alarm, wondering if you were sleeping in another man's arm. Today is the day that the heavy gates slide. I'm stepping out, blinking on the other side. Got a cardboard suitcase and a $20 bill, and a heart that is beating against my own will. I look at the parking lot, searching for your face, searching for the angel in this desolate place. But there's only the wind and the dust on the road, and the crushing weight of the heavy load. You didn't show up, you broke the holy vow, and I'm a free man with nowhere to go now. Justice to fall. 15 winters cold and long, singing the chorus of the prisoner's song. Time is a 18 years old, with a fire in my chest, putting the courage of a boy to the ultimate test. I signed the papers with a hand that didn't shake, not knowing the size of the promise that I make. You stood on the platform in your yellow summer dress, trying to hide the panic and the heavy distress. I promised I'd be back by the falling of the snow. I kissed your tears away and I turned around to go. The train whistle blew like a trumpet in the sky, drowning out the whisper of your trembling goodbye. Now I'm lying in the mud of a foreign hostile land, with a rifle and a Bible in my dirty shaking hand. The glory that they sold us is a lie upon the screen. There is no honor here, only things that look obscene. The rain never stops and the nights are full of scream, waking up in terror from a fragmented dream. I miss the smell of coffee and the comfort of my bed, instead of dodging bullets flying inches from my head. We are pawns on a board for the generals to play, trading blood for a mile of the gray and useless clay. I pull your photograph from the pocket of my vest. It's the only thing that stops the pounding in my chest. The edges are tattered and the color's fading brown, but it's the angel that keeps me from spiraling down. I talk to your image when the mortars start to fall. I imagine that I'm walking with you down the hallway hall. I wonder if you're sleeping, I wonder if you wait, or if you moved along to a kinder, better fate. Hold on to the memory, don't let it drift away. It's the only light I have in this dark and smoke-filled day. I'm writing you this letter by the light of a flare, sending out a prayer on the thick and toxic air. If you are reading this, then I didn't make it home. I'm resting in the ground underneath the heavy loam. Don't cry for me, baby, just remember who I was, a soldier who fell for a lost and broken cause. I loved you from the start until the ending of the breath. Loving you was stronger than the fear of death. The sergeant screamed ambush and the world exploded wide. Tracers cutting lines through the middle of the night. I felt a sudden burning like a hammer to the side. There was nowhere to run and there was nowhere to hide. I fell into the dirt looking up at the smoke, choking on the blood and the final heavy croak. The noise faded out to a silence ringing loud as I drifted far away from the madness of the crowd. I whispered your name one last time into the black, knowing in my heart that I'm never coming back. A black sedan pulled up to the driveway of our place. Two men in uniform with a solemn stone-cold face. They walked up the path where we used to run and play, blocking out the sun on a bright and sunny day. You opened up the door and saw the folded flag, and your knees hit the floor like a heavy empty bag. They handed you the letter that I wrote deep in the hell, the final testament of the boy who fought and fell. Now I'm just a hero in a frame upon the wall, a name carved in granite that will never hear your call.
The steam was rising from the engine on the track. I threw my duffel bag across my heavy back. You stood there crying in your yellow summer dress, a picture of a beauty in a moment of distress. I wiped the tear away and held your trembling face. I said I have to go and defend the human race. I promise I'll be back before the leaves begin to fall. I'll run into your arms the moment that I call. I gave you my dog tag to wear around your neck, a silver promise on an emotional wreck. The whistle blew its warning, tearing us apart, leaving you the keeper of my patriotic heart. The jungle was a nightmare of the green and of the gray, where the devil comes to hunt and the sinners come to pray. I slept inside a foxhole with the mud and with the fear, wishing I could whisper something in your distant ear. I took your photograph out of my helmet shell, the only ray of light inside this living hell. The bullets flew around me like a swarm of angry bees. I prayed to God for mercy on my bruised and muddy knees. I fought for the country, but mostly fought for you, to get back to the love that was waiting true. Then came the mortar shell that blew the world away, turning the darkest night into a blinding day. I woke up in a white room with a nurse beside the bed, bandages on my leg and bandages on my head. I tried to write a letter, but my hands were shaking bad. I lost the coordination that I used to have. The weeks turned into months, the months turned into years. I didn't get a letter to wipe away the tears. I thought you didn't know where they had taken me, lost in the confusion of the bureaucracy. I survived the fire, I survived the rain. I learned to live with honor and I learned to live with pain. They gave me a purple heart for the blood I bled, but the spirit inside of me is cold and dead. I walked through the valley of the shadow and the gun, just to find out that the war is never really done. Off the Greyhound bus on Main Street, USA, walking with a limp on a sunny Saturday. The town looked exactly like it did when I was young. I could taste the memory of freedom on my tongue. I didn't tell a soul that I was coming home. I wanted to surprise you under the shadows pass. I saw you in the kitchen, laughing at the sink, and a man came up behind you and offered you a drink. He kissed you on the neck, familiar and so sweet. The roses fell down from my hand onto the concrete. You looked out the window and you locked eyes with mine. A look of recognition, of guilt and of time. I realized the soldier had been gone for way too long, and the hero of the story didn't belong in the song. I survived the fire, I survived the rain. I learned to live with honor, and I learned to live with pain. They gave me a purple heart for the blood I bled, but the spirit inside of me is cold and dead. I walked through the valley of the shadow and the gun, just to find out that the war is never really done. Shift at the old garage when you pull up in a white and shiny Mirage, a Mercedes convertible waiting for a fix. Daddy's little girl in a world of bricks. I had black grease buried underneath my nails. You look like a princess from the fairy tales. I wipe my hands on a rag and I walk to you, lost in the ocean of your eyes so blue. You smiled and asked if I could check the hood, and right then I knew that it wasn't gonna be good. I was a street dog looking at a pedigree, two different worlds colliding in the misery. But the spark plugged in and the fire caught. We found a connection that couldn't be bought. You sneak out your window when the moon was high, meet me at the river underneath the sky. We talked about leaving this dust bowl town, driving till the sun went completely down. You didn't care about the oil on my shirt, you didn't care about the rumor and the dirt. For 3 short months we were kings and queens, living on passion and the gasoline. I swore I'd work hard and buy you a ring, I swore I'd give you every beautiful thing you do. The summer ended and the truth came out. Your father found us and he began to shout. He looked at me like I was a piece of trash, said I only wanted his prestige and his cash. He told you, baby, he's going nowhere fast. He's a stain on the family that isn't gonna last. He gave you a choice, the money or the man, destroying the future of our master plan. I stood there silent, swallowing my pride, watching the tears that you tried to hide. He slammed the door in my face that night, ending the battle without a fair fight. You were satin and silk, I was denim and leather. We were a storm that couldn't hold the weather. I was the grease and you were the pearl, the mechanic in love with the uptown girl. We tried to build a bridge across a railroad track, but the bridge collapsed and there's no going back. Destiny is cruel and the world is mean, burning us up like grease and gasoline.
asked for the original sin. They packed your bags and they sent you away to a fancy school where the rich kids play. I waited for a letter, I waited for a call, but the silence was heavy like a winter shawl. I heard you got married to a lawyer's son. I heard that the victory was finally won. I stayed in the garage fixing broken cars, looking up at night at the mocking stars, accepting the station of my lower life, cutting my heart with a dull rusty knife. 10 years later, just yesterday noon, a luxury car pulled up playing a tune. The window rolled down and I saw your face, looking older and sad in your expensive lace. You asked for an oil change, keeping it polite, avoiding the memory of that summer night. I saw the diamond weighing down your hand, a prisoner of gold in the promised land. You paid the bill and you tipped me well, leaving me standing in my personal hell. You drove away slowly back to the hill, and my heart stood absolutely perfectly still. You were satin and silk, I was denim and leather. We were a storm that couldn't hold the weather. I was the grease and you were the pearl, the mechanic in love with the uptown girl. We tried to build a bridge across a railroad track, but the bridge collapsed and there's no going back. Destiny is cruel and the world is mean, burning us up like grease and gasoline. I remember the day I took the training wheels off. You were shaking like a leaf, delicate and soft. I held the back of the seat and I told you to steer. Daddy's got you, baby, there is nothing to fear. You pedal down the driveway with the wind in your hair, looking back to make sure that I was standing there. I put a band-aid on your knee when you hit the stone, promising you never have to face the world alone. You looked at me like I was a giant in the sky, before the innocence began to wither and to die. Then the years rolled by and the makeup appeared, and the little girl I knew simply disappeared. The music got louder and the skirts got short, and our kitchen turned into a battle court. I didn't like the boys that were hanging around, so I laid the heavy law and I stood my ground. I shouted about rules, and as long as you live here, you shouted back with a hate that was crystal clear. I thought I was protecting you from making a mistake. I didn't hear the sound of your spirit start to break. It was a Tuesday night in the middle of July. We had the biggest fight, enough to make the angels cry. I told you, go to your room and don't come out. I sat in front of the TV filled with pride and doubt. I woke up in the morning and knocked upon your door, ready to forgive you like I did before. But the bed was made perfectly smooth and tight, and the window was open to the morning light. A note on the pillow said, I can't breathe in this cage. I'm leaving you alone with your rules and your rage. Now I'm standing by the window she left open wide, letting in the rain and the cold from outside. I'm waiting for a shadow to return to the lawn, but the bird has flown away and the season is gone. I held on too tight, so I lost what I love. Now I'm praying to the empty heavens above. Come home, baby, the door is unlocked, but the only sound I hear is the ticking of the clock. Left your room exactly how it was that day, with the posters on the wall and the mess on the tray. I dust off the trophies and the teddy bears, looking for a sign that anybody cares. Every birthday that passes is a dagger in the chest, put to the emotion on the ultimate test. I call the police station every couple of weeks, but they just shake their heads when the old man speaks. I drive around the city searching faces in the crowd, calling out your name, but never out loud. Then the phone rang tonight at 2:45. A voice I hadn't heard since 1993. You sounded like a woman, you sounded so far, calling from a payphone or a moving car. You said, Dad, I'm okay, I just wanted you to know I have a little boy and he's starting to grow. I begged you to come home, I begged you to return. I said, I've learned the lessons that I needed to learn. You said, I forgive you, Dad, but I have my own life. I'm a mother now and I am a wife. I can't come back to the house of the pain. Then the line went dead, and I'm alone again. Now I'm standing by the window she left open wide, letting in the rain and the cold from outside. I'm waiting for a shadow to return to the lawn, but the bird has flown away and the season is gone. I held on too tight, so I lost what I love. Now I'm praying to the empty heavens above. Come home, baby, the door is unlocked, but the only sound I hear is the ticking of the clock.
Bell above the door rang like a funeral chime, walking into a graveyard of the borrowed time. The air smells like cigarettes and dusty old guitars, a sanctuary for the losers and the fallen stars. I shake the rain off my coat onto the wooden floor, and like the shadow of my misery outside the door, the old man behind the counter doesn't lift his head. He's seen 1,000 walking souls that are already dead. A
Stand before the glass case full of watches and knives, looking at the debris of 100 broken lives. I reach into my pocket with a trembling hand and pull out the golden circle of the promised land. It feels heavier than a mountain, heavier than lead, carrying the weight of every word we ever said. I remember working double shifts to pay the price, eating frozen dinners and living on the rise. I bought it for a future that I thought was carved in stone, a symbol of a kingdom that we would call our own. It sparkled in the velvet box underneath the tree, the most expensive promise that I ever gave to thee. But that was back in December, before the winter freeze, before you brought me crashing down to my begging knees. You slid it off your finger without a single tear and handed back the souvenir of a wasted year. You said, I can't wear a lie, I can't wear a chain, I'm trading in the sunshine for a little bit of rain. You left it on the dresser next to the keys and change, and suddenly the bedroom looked terrible and strange. It burned a hole in my pocket for 7 lonely days, lost in the confusion of the purple haze. Now I'm selling my heart for 10 cents on the dollar, trying to loosen the grip of this choking collar, trading a diamond for a stack of dirty bills to pay the landlord and to pay the whiskills. It's just a piece of metal, it's just a piece of glass, a shiny little relic of a love that didn't last. The value is gone when the feeling isn't true. I'm selling the ring to get over you. The broker takes the ring and he puts it in his eye, looking through the loot with a heavy, weary sigh. He doesn't care about the story or the sacrifice, he only cares about the clarity and the market price. He throws it on the scale like a piece of deli meat, measuring the carat and measuring the heat. He taps the number on the register and shakes his head. It isn't worth as much now that the romance is dead. I'll give you half of what you paid and not a penny more. Take it or leave it, son, and walk out the door. I take the crumpled paper cash and stuff it in my jeans, washing my hands of the nightmares and the dreams. I signed the yellow ticket with a shaky ballpoint pen, selling off the chance to ever be that man again. I walk out to the street, into the blinding afternoon, humming the ending of a sad and broken tune. I look back through the window at the dusty display and see my engagement ring sitting on the tray next to a rusted trumpet and a broken TV screen. Just another piece of junk in the pawn shop machine. Now I'm selling my heart for 10 cents on the dollar, trying to loosen the grip of this choking collar, trading a diamond for a stack of